Greetings, everyone. Cardiologist Dr. Jack Wolfson here. Welcome to another YouTube Live. I hope you are enjoying all the information we have over here at Natural Heart Doctor. And today we're going to focus on blood pressure myths that are keeping people sick and they're leading to problems. I've got my team here monitoring. Again, welcome. Jump in, say hello, say who you are, where you're from. Give me a thumbs up. Are you new here? Are you old here? Do you have high blood pressure? How can we help you? Again, my team is here to help and support you with the best natural methodologies possible. We're going to talk about high blood pressure myths today. I've been a cardiologist since 2002. I joined the biggest group in the state of Arizona. For 10 years, I was a hospital-based cardiologist. And then I would leave to start Natural Heart Doctor, the worldwide leader in cardiovascular health, in 2012. And then I would release my Amazon best-selling book, The Paleo Cardiologist, The Natural Way to Heart Health. And then we would, again, from there, here we are many years later, and just, I would say, millions of lives touched. So here we go. And again, just to answer, share this information. Sharing is caring, as we tell our kids. And when you share the information of health and wellness, you just may save someone else's life, because blood pressure drugs, for example, the methodology is an absolute failure, which is why I exist, which is why people listen to me, and which is why people are getting better results, because pharmaceuticals, just like all prescription medications, they are a Band-Aid approach. So let's talk about a tree and the tree analogy. Up top, we've got a diagnosis. That may be fatigue. That may be palpitations. That may be weight gain. That may be depression. That may be high blood pressure. But below the surface here in the tree, so up here in the leaves and the branches, we got those diagnoses. But it's below the ground, under the ground. That's where the roots are, and that's where root cause comes in. And if you don't fix the root cause, you will never be successful in preventing heart attack, stroke, and dying. Okay, so a recent meta-analysis by the Cochrane Review, which is an independent third-party reviewer. Everybody, all medical doctors know about the Cochrane Research Group. They did a meta-analysis, and what they found is that blood pressure drugs for mild hypertension, blood pressure 160 under 100, if you use blood pressure drugs in that population without other risk factors, like they're not diabetic, for example, but the person who, let's just say, is pretty healthy, but their blood pressure is elevated, it is below 160 over 100. Again, for example, if you're out there, your blood pressure is 156 over 94, you are not helped by blood pressure drugs. I want you to understand that. Okay. My team is on here as well, and we've got things for you. So if you want to get our 7 Days to Better Blood Pressure ebook, that's called 7daybpfix.com. I'll put that into the chat box, 7daybpfix.com. Okay. And then if you want our blood pressure kind of protocol, that's over at fixhbp.com. We're here to help you. Okay. So let's talk about the myths. Number one, high blood pressure is not a disease. Do you understand that? High blood pressure is not a disease. It is a signal. It is a warning to that problem. The response of the body to that problem is that pressure is raised. So one thing that the body does inherently, because the body's not making mistakes, the body is just responding to the input. Too much bad stuff, not enough good stuff. So when the body gets too much bad stuff and not enough good stuff, it raises pressure in order to perfuse the organs, in order to get the nutrients where they need to go. A lot of different factors here. So high blood pressure is not a disease. It is a sign that there's a problem going on. Now, you can also say, well, coronary artery is, disease is not a disease. It's a sign. Yes, the medical doctors like to call things all these different diseases up here in the branches and the leaves, because then we don't have to address the root cause. We can say you have coronary artery disease. Here's your pharmaceuticals. We can say you've got high blood pressure disease. Here's your pharmaceuticals. It just doesn't work that way, people. It just doesn't work that way. So high blood pressure is not a disease. It is a sign that something or many things is going wrong, and you have to fix the many things if you want health, wellness, and longevity. Number 2 myth: lowering blood pressure with drugs lowers the risk down. According to meta-analyses and according to every study, either blood pressure drugs, although they lower numbers down, either blood pressure drugs do not work at all to lower the risk of heart attack, stroke, and dying, or if they do work, they work very minimally. They lower your risk of a stroke, for example, from 2% to 1.9% on an annual basis. And unfortunately, the medical community just doesn't teach this to people. We are so brainwashed as medical doctors, as cardiologists, into this particular mantra, but it just doesn't work, people. It's not conjecture. You can go, you can Google it, you can chat GPT it, you can Gemini it, you can go right into your phone these days and say, what is the absolute risk reduction of taking blood pressure drugs for me? You can go right into your phone and do it. And I highly suggest that you do. I got my phone right here. I can go on to chat GPT, for example. And I could say, my name is Jack. I'm 55-year-old male, period. I have mild hypertension and I have no other risk factors, period. Do blood pressure drugs lower my risk of heart attack, stroke, and dying over the next 5 years? And ChatGPT is going to respond. They're going to think about this and go from there. So again, blood pressure drugs lower numbers down. That's for sure. Okay. So here's what ChatGPT said for me. And then, so again, I'll read it to you what it said. Short answer: for a 55-year-old man with mild hypertension and no other cardiovascular risk factors, blood pressure drugs do not meaningfully lower your risk of heart attack, stroke, or dying over the next 5 years. Okay? That's it. So a very small reduction at best. On an absolute basis, roughly 1 stroke prevented per 1,000 people treated for 5 years. 1 out of 1,000. Which means 999 people take pharmaceuticals for 5 years. All right. Number 3 myth: salt is the main driver. Salt is not the main driver of hypertension. Root cause is a main driver. Now, if you're adding table salt, Morton's table salt. I grew up in Chicago, and the Morton's salt factory was there right off the highway as you would drive from the north suburbs into Chicagoland. And there was this big mountain of bleached salt. That's bad, especially when you sprinkle it on top of McDonald's French fries. High quality sea salt is actually beneficial. Now, I don't think you need to overdose on it, but when you do high quality salt, that helps to feed and nourish our body. Remember, we need sodium chloride in our bodies. Sodium is responsible for every single cellular function. Sodium is involved with the way that a cell is set up. There's very high concentrations of sodium floating around in the blood. There's less of the sodium inside of the cell, but these ratios are very important, how it mixes with potassium, of course, calcium, magnesium, they all interplay very well. Now, the other thing that salt or sodium chloride has, it has chlorine or chloride ions, So the chloride ions get into the HCl in our stomach and help with digestion. That's our acid. So sodium is important. Chloride is important. Not swimming in a chlorinated pool, but quality sodium chloride from a purely natural salt source. Okay. Number 4 myth when it comes to blood pressure, people, it's a genetic issue. It's not a genetic issue. There's no high blood pressure gene. There are certain genes that when activated can increase blood pressure. Family history is true because we eat, live, and think like our family members did. But we need to stop blaming genetics. We need to start blaming root cause. Bad food, a toxic, unhealthy mindset, stress, anger, fear, worry. We need to get more sunshine. We need to get more sleep. All these different things are all critically important, but we need to stop blaming genetics. Now, again, to bash on the medical community, they love to blame genetics because then it implies there's nothing you can do. Karen, Team Avatar, the hundreds of other people who are on this call, it's all in your genes. There's nothing you could do. Take this prescription drug. 100 million Americans have high blood pressure. Do you think they all have bad genetics? Do you think, however we got here, God created through evolution, whatever your belief is? Do you think that 1 out of 3 people have bad genetics? If we are created in the image of God, do you think God has high blood pressure? I mean, like, what is going on here? So let's stop blaming genetics. We can blame our family because if we sit on the couch, if we don't exercise, if we live in Buffalo, New York, like our family members did, we're going to suffer the consequences. Number 5, drugs don't have side effects. Everybody knows all the prescription drugs have side effects. Angiotensin receptor blockers, ACE inhibitors, commonly known to have a cough and other worse things. Diuretics, you lose electrolytes and they cause cramping. Beta blockers cause fatigue. They increase blood sugar, erectile dysfunction, low libido, just depression. Calcium channel blockers, constipation, edema. Lots of side effects over here, guys. Lots of side effects. So pharmaceuticals, of course, have side effects. And since they don't really work, then why would anyone take them? They provide a false sense of security. You think because your blood pressure is better on drug, you're safe. You're not. You are still at high risk of heart attack, stroke, and dying because you didn't address the root cause. This is very clear in the medical literature. I've been saying this for years. Why have I not been sued for these statements? Because they're true. And because when people follow my advice, they get healthier and they get better. That's why. Number 6 myth, mindset doesn't matter. Stress, anger, anxiety, fear, worry. They don't matter when it relates to blood pressure. They do. We know that people who have social isolation, depression, anxiety, fear, worry, they have higher risk of high blood pressure. Number 7, supplements don't work. Don't bother with supplements. They don't work. Well, I started selling supplements because I read the medical literature and I realized, you know what? Supplements do work for blood pressure. And that's why I created my own magnesium supplement called Magna 5 with 5 different forms of magnesium because there's tons of literature that says the magnesium works. Why did I create Potassium Boost? Because potassium is often a forgotten approach or mineral compared to magnesium. So we got Magna 5 and Potassium Boost. But we also have things that increase nitric oxide levels. Nitric oxide helps to dilate blood vessels. And this is vessel support and heartbeat, two different ways to increase nitric oxide. And this is over at fixhbp.com. You can also learn a lot more in my root cause book, 7daybpfix.com. So there are evidence-based supplements. For example, beetroot powder in the literature shows that it lowers blood pressure. L-arginine, L-citrulline, L-taurine, these are all proven to lower blood pressure. Fixhbp.com if you want to get our best supplement stack. Now, remember, all this stuff ideally goes on top of things like Kickstart My Heart. Kickstart My Heart is our organ complex from unvaccinated animals. And let me read to you something that I put together this morning, okay? So this is going to be an article that I'm writing about the high blood pressure, about how the organs can lower blood pressure. Ready? I'm going to give you a quick 10 reasons. Number 1, increased nitric oxide. Number 2, food-based nitrates that increase nitric oxide. Number 3, good amounts of copper for vascular elasticity, so the blood vessels get healthier. Number 4, vitamin A regulation of vascular signaling. Number 5, supporting vitamin D function naturally. Number 6, of course, the organs contain magnesium. Number 7, of course, the organs contain potassium. Number 8, they contain taurine. Taurine comes from, bull taurus is where that's from. It's a great amino acid. Number 9, B vitamins, of course, that help endothelial function, but also B for brain. They help out tremendously in the brain. And then number 10, they lower oxidative stress by providing things like zinc, selenium, CoQ10, glutathione precursors, and more. So 10 different ways that things like Kickstart My Heart can be helpful as a foundational supplement. So again, I want you to take this one message. If your blood pressure is high, you need to find the root cause. Because if you don't find the root cause, you will never get better. You will never live your best life. You will still be at risk for stroke and heart attack and dying and heart failure and kidney disease and eye disease. You have to fix the root cause. Now, the beautiful thing was that when you fix the root cause of high blood pressure, everything gets better. The way you look, the way you think, the way you feel, your risk, everything gets better. Everything gets better. Okay, how would you respond to MDs that claim that we have higher life expectancy due to modern medicine that includes statins and high blood pressure medications? So that's a great question, and I can answer that in a very, very long-winded way. But I'll tell you this. Since 1980, according to the CDC, we have gained an extra 3 years of life expectancy in the United States and also pretty much around the world. So in the last 46 years, we have an extra 3 years. This is despite the fact that statins were invented during that time, and statins are the number 1 selling drug class of all time. All the blood pressure drugs that have been created since 1980, our life expectancy is an extra 3 years. Now, I will say that is from other things. That's from life-saving heroic measures like urgent stents and bypass surgeries. That has extended life. Maybe more awareness to physical activity and to, again, maybe there's some, it's probably going to be related to heroic emergency and trauma procedures. Maybe since 1980, seatbelts have had a meaningful impact on life expectancy. Some of these more public service measures that have done it, but do not say that it's because we've got blood pressure drugs or statin drugs. So there you go. All right. Tori Espinoza, good morning. Great information. I've started the supplements you've suggested with morning sun, walking, infrared sauna. Thank you for caring. Boom. That's it. That's it. Get better sleep. your blood pressure will get better. Get your solar panel outside in the sun, which number one, creates nitric oxide, opens up blood vessels. Number two, creates vitamin D, which also activates blood vessels to improve blood vessel flow. And that you don't even have to buy any of my supplements, people. Remember, supplements supplement. Supplements supplement. Eat well, live well, think well. So yes, I eat all organic food. Yes. And yes, I eat free-range grass-fed meats and wild seafood, the best of the best. But sunshine or getting outdoors is free. Better sleep is free. Building muscle, physical activity is free. Prayer, gratitude, spirituality, purpose, passion, good quality relationships in your community, totally free. Totally free. Did you know that chiropractic care lowers blood pressure by 17/10? Do you know that I did a post a couple weeks ago about ginger kombucha and how that lowers blood pressure 16/10? So these are the tips and strategies you get when you work with us at Natural Heart Doctor. That's why you're here. Yes, family is the hardest, for sure, but all we can do is give them the information. Sometimes one-on-one conversations can be very difficult, but sometimes we can say, hey, do me a favor and do yourself a favor. Watch this video, read this blog post, check out this article, get a copy of this book. That's one thing we could do. Now, somebody could send me information about whatever it may be, and I will certainly find time to read it. Or if I find, when my wife sends me a video, it's clearly very important that I watch that video because she's my wife. She wants me to watch the video, so I'm going to watch it. Now, if somebody sends me a video, just emails me, hey, doc, I want you to watch this video, I may not have time for it. There are priorities and stuff like that I have to abide by. So again, all my wife can do is send something to me, and now I've got the information. So share the information with people because sharing is caring, and sharing just may save someone's life. But that's what I talk about in my 7 Days to Better Blood Pressure ebook. And I charge $7 for that ebook. And I believe it will change your life or the life of someone who you love. I charge $7 because I want you to read it. I want you to learn from it. When you get something for free, people tend not to read it. They put it somewhere, they don't even act on it. The more I charge for something, the more likely you are to read it. So if I said to you, Tori Espinoza, hey, you're going to pay me $1,000 for this ebook. If you pay me $1,000, I guarantee you're going to read it cover to cover. So I think you get my drift on that, people. So the good news is the ebook is not $1,000, it's $7. So essentially a dollar per day of information. The 7-day bpfix.com, 7 Days to Better Blood Pressure is the name of the ebook. So we've had hundreds and hundreds of people take us up on that offer there. So again, the chat box is open, people. I've got Q&A time. I'm here every Wednesday at noon Eastern. Mary, is it larger print? Well, it's an ebook, so you can definitely increase the size of it on your computer, however you normally do that. So again, and if you don't like the information in the ebook, or it didn't help you, or you couldn't read it, you're upset with it, I'll give you your money back. I don't care, people. I want you to be healthy and well. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to achieve. So again, you got a cardiologist here for over 20 years. Feel free to ask questions. We've got myself. We've got Dr. Rudin. We've got Dr. Latanza. We've got Dr. Rainier. We've got Dr. Baird on our team. I just interviewed an emergency room doctor yesterday who's functional and wants to come join us at Natural Heart Doctor. So we'll see where that goes. We've got other cardiologists who are talking to us. Any risks with significant heart murmur? Well, the answer definitely there is yes. I mean, murmurs can be from a lot of different things. The best test, of course, to check that out is an echocardiogram, cardiac ultrasound, to see what that shows. So every Wednesday I'm here. Please make sure to share the information. Go to naturalheartdoctor.com, read our articles, read our blogs, read our information, watch my videos. If you don't see a video about your problem, let me know and I'll make a video about your problem. I love making videos. I love talking. I love getting people the best heart health information in the world, and that's what we're here for. So, again, top 7 high blood pressure myths. Number 1, high blood pressure is a disease. Not true. Lower blood pressure with drugs lowers risks. Not true. Number 3, salt is the main driver. Not true. Number 4, bad genetics are at fault. That's not true. Number 5, drugs don't have side effects. That's false. They do. Number 6, mindset doesn't matter. That's not true. Finding your happy matters. Number 7, supplements don't work. There are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of studies that show that supplements do work, plus all the information I have on my website. So, yeah, Kathleen. My cardiologist wants LDL at 50 since he's concerned about my thoracic abdominal aortic aneurysm. There's a lot of different things that cause aneurysms. Cholesterol is not one of them. If I want strong arteries that prevent the aneurysm from growing, I want cholesterol in them. I want a lot of things in them. I want good amino acids like L-arginine, citrulline to help control nitric oxide. I want lysine and proline amino acids that you get all this stuff and kickstart my heart. I want copper as a cofactor that helps to assist with the cross-linking, including an enzyme where copper is a cofactor called lysyl oxidase, which makes strong collagen in the arteries. So, yeah, you need a new doctor, Kathleen King, if you want to live a long time. I highly suggest you work with Dr. Rudin on our team. Tori, my chiropractor, suggested your book, and that's how it all started. Fantastic. If you want a copy of my book, people, if you don't have it, maybe my team can put it in there, freeheartbook.com, freeheartbook.com. And, have you had the chance to check C15? I haven't really. Again, I like omega-3 fatty acids from our wild salmon roe. That's what I recommend. So, Kathleen King is working with Dr. Rudin. Fantastic. You're taking vessel support, kickstart my heart, emu oil, arterosil, nattokinase. Woo! Good stuff. But remember, and you know this, Kathleen, but I'm saying this for everybody else. The foundation is eat well, live well, think well. That's the foundation. If we don't do this, the foundation, the supplements are not going to be overly beneficial. Now, that being said, Kickstart My Heart, of course, is freeze-dried food. Wild salmon roe, of course, is freeze-dried food. The Australian emu oil you mentioned, which I take every day. And my kids and my wife, obviously we take all this stuff as well. Kickstart My Heart, Wild Salmon Roe, emu oil. That's our foundation. Emu oil is from a very unprocessed oil from the Australian bird, the emu, and it's very high in vitamin K2. K2 keeps calcium in the bones and out of the arteries. So there you go. Hundreds of people on the call. Appreciate you all being here. Forgive my casual attire pretty much all the time whenever you see me now. I spent many years wearing a shirt and tie from the dry cleaner as a hospital cardiologist and in my training. Not anymore, people. Now I go casual. Now I wear cotton clothing, organic t-shirts under here, organic shorts I'm wearing right now. This hat is a wool hat. It's a very expensive hat, but do you believe how thick this is? This really keeps your head warm. For those of you, this is the brand here is called Fjallraven. Not all of their stuff is natural, but this is a wool hat. Mary, we buy our organic clothing from Pact. It's called Wear Pact. WEARPACT. Maybe my team can grab our link as far as the clothing on here. I think it's naturalheartdoctor.com. wear packed or something like that. Casual is the health, natural fibers. Yeah, totally. I mean, all those years at the dry cleaner and all the poison, that's one of the things that killed my father at the age of 63. Not the only thing, but it certainly didn't help that all of his clothes were dry cleaned, and then all that stuff, just all the chemicals get into the body after that, right through your skin. Your skin absorbs all those poisons. Absolutely horrible. So, well, I'm at the 30-minute mark, people. Much love and gratitude for you all. Don't forget also, too, we've got the Natural Heart Doctor Challenge coming up in February. naturalheartdoctor.com/challenge. If my team can put that in there, sign up for that right now. naturalheartdoctor.com/challenge. I'll put that in here. naturalheartdoctor.com/challenge. Oh, my team beat me to it. Okay, cool. So naturalheartdoctor.com/challenge is the 28-day challenge we have coming up. We got prizes, we've got education, we've got camaraderie, we got some great stuff in there as well. So make sure that you sign up for the challenge ASAP. It's totally free to join. No, yeah, I don't know. No, there's no tricks, there's no gimmicks, there's just health and wellness here at Natural Heart Doctor. I'm very proud of every single thing that we do here at Natural Heart Doctor. I'm not proud of the things that I did as a hospital-based cardiologist, but the key is that you learn, you know better, and then you do better. Once I learned the truth, that's when I started to make all the changes, and I would start my own practice and have so many great practitioners now with me at Natural Heart Doctor, including my team who's been monitoring all the chat box here. I thank you so much to my team. I thank you so much to all of you. I thank you to our Creator, God, Yahweh, to allow me to continue to get this message out to you. Please continue to provide me with the wisdom and knowledge in order to share this information with the world, make the world a healthier place to honor you. And much love and gratitude. Have a great day, everyone. Keep in touch. See you soon.